G'day everyone, it's me, the Anti-Theocrat, back with another one. Before I go into the main content, it's a quick sales pitch. It's the only one you're getting, so enjoy it. Below these videos, I do attach all links to the information if there are links to be had. I also archive all of the information if that's possible. I also supply links to other platforms for my content and how to support me if you wish to do so. That'd be nice, but no requirement. That's it. That's my intro. That's my sales pitch. It's all I've got. It's all you're ever going to get. And now, on with the show. Okay, my stupidometer got a kick in the pants. I'm putting out another video on the same day. Where are we? This one fits a little bit with our last one. This is about the consent thing. We should all know about the consent. So 7news.com.au, one of our commercial TV stations, reports in the lifestyle section, is it child abuse? Mums push to stop parents tickling kids. That's right. There will be no playing with your children. Hey. Okay, one mum's plea to stop parents from tickling their children in some situations has divided social media. In some situations. And who's going to choose which of these situations is right or wrong? Can we have a list, please, of A, what is considered right and wrong, and which mother is going to be in charge of choosing? Hey, the mother's views were shared during online messages with another parent, which have been posted on Facebook. Yep, that's because when stupid people say stupid shit, you post it to Facebook. I get it. The mum claimed that if your child says no to tickling, even while playing or having fun, a parent should stop immediately. Yes, there will be no playing or fun. And let's face it, saying no is what you're meant to do to tickling. I'm not ticklish. I grew out of it long time ago. But tickling's one of those spontaneous playthings. You do it on the spur of the moment, and when the other person is going rolling around, half dying of the tickling, you have to assess when it's time to stop or when the fun continues. You know, and no is just what you're expected to say. When I was ticklish as a kid, I understood that. Saying no wasn't going to be the thing to stop the tickling. It had to be more forceful. But this woman is just sort of saying, even if the kid is still having fun, you must stop if they say. If they come looking for it, ask for it. They like it, she wrote, then you're allowed to do it, are you? Stop when they ask you to stop. It's about consent, and you are teaching them their body, their rules. No, you're having fun with your kid and tickling the shit out of them. Who cares? Other parents were shocked by the mother's stance. I'm not. This fits in with the asking your child to if you can change its nappy crap. I mean, which fucking baby is in a mental capacity that allows it to say, oh yeah, you can change my nappy, mum, sure, why not? You're not asking the baby. You're asking because you're some sort of fucking lunatic arguing it was all fun and games. Yes, it is fun and games. It really is. Like I say, even when I was ticklish, I knew being tickled was fun and games. And sometimes you will come looking to be tickled. Sometimes you will fight with a parent knowing that that will be the outcome. So it'd be child abuse to do it to my kids. The parent asked. They don't like it. Then they do. Then they don't. Then they want to be tickled more. Well, no idea what the stupid sentences. Yeah, it's play. It's play, and kids like to play with their parents, and that's all it is. But generally, it's usually the best way to momentarily paralyse a toddler in order to get shoes on them. I have to admit, I never tried that. Never had to. But I can understand that. Why not? It's a good way as any. They will literally tell you to stop, then immediately ask to be tickled more. Yeah, because it's a fun game to play with mum and dad. I'm a tickler. I'm a parent who tickles. I haven't done it for a while, actually. Now I've been reminded I'll have to get into it. I have a 5-year-old. I've tickled him. I have an older son who got tickled in his time. And yes, I will tickle, and he will come back to fight me some more and get another tickling, and he'll come back to fight me some more and get another tickling until it's me who has to say stop. The mum countered that it didn't matter. By the way, I have to say stop 2 or 3 times before it actually stops. You know, nobody's caring about my consent. Hey. The mum countered that it didn't matter and that you should always stop the tickling when the child asks you to. Fucking hell, she must be a ball. Her kids must really have a good time. She added they like it. That doesn't mean they want it constantly, all the time. The other parents argued that her 2-year-old doesn't make the rules. Well, this is true, but this isn't about rules. This is about playing. So I think the other parent is just not all over where this woman's argument is coming from. So I understand that. A lot of people don't understand where these idiots come from. If he did, we'd eat raisins and watch tractor YouTube videos all day, the parent said. Yeah, well, this is true. I do understand what this parent is saying, but I know that this parent's argument is not counter to the idiot. The idiot doesn't care. And in a way, the idiot thinks that the child should be the one making the decisions. He's 2. He doesn't have rights over what he wears, where he goes, and when, etc. I'm not out here advocating it as a punishment or being excessively cruel about it, but come on, I think you've delved into this a bit far. Yes, and that's the point. This woman here, she has delved into it a bit far. You're not up on your arguments. You're not understanding where this woman's coming from. She's coming from the idea that you have to ask a baby to change its nappy. And you're not putting forward the argument that's going to counter her well-learned religious narratives. But you're not wrong. You're just not countering her narratives. However, the mother wouldn't back down and said, "This is one small thing you can do to show respect." That's right. See, this is why she would be the sort of parent who wants her child to make all the decisions about what they're doing through the day. She would ask her child what they're watching on television. She will ask her child what that child is wearing. She will ask that child what it's having for dinner. She probably makes 2 to 3 dinners depending on who's in the house, because she'll make an adult one and a kid's one, and she'll ask the kids what they want to eat. And that's the sort of mother the person you've bumped into. But you've also bumped into one who is full of this social justice narrative that you have to have consent. And she is now saying that consent is how you respect. Well, I don't think she quite understands what she's saying either, to be fair. But, yeah. Anyway, they've got copies of the tweets here, and I could dig all that shit up, but who cares? Let's read the story. It's easy and causes no harm. Why wouldn't you? Hang on. How can not having fun with your children not cause harm? You should have fun with your children. There's a bonding thing with your children. If you don't have fun with your children, you do not bond to your children. If when you go to tickle them, they say no, and you step back, nothing happens. No bond. No no interaction, parent-child interaction happens. What are you going to do? Go and make it a sandwich? Where in the hell is your child going to get any physical touch? Do you step back every time your child says no? Do you not hug your child? Do you not tickle your child? Do you not pick your child up if your child doesn't want those things? Because you're not interested in showing that physical contact with people you are meant to care for is important? Yeah, it can cause harm. Debating the mother's stance online, many agree she was taking the issue too seriously. Well, welcome normies to what many of us live through every day. Many of us know people exactly like this, and we see the power they have on our society. And hopefully you normies will one day wake up to the fact that this is going on around you, and it is influencing government policies and law. This is not something that will stay out of your home. This is not something that will stay out of your bedroom. It is not something that's going to stay out of your playtime with your children. In time, they will make sure that when your child says no, and you still tickle it that instant longer, you will be arrested. Seriously, that's where they'll take this. They've taken a million other things that way. Tickling isn't going to traumatize a kid in this case, one said. Said one, even. It's all fine and dandy to tell people how to parent their kids until you have kids of your own. And you're just trying to get through each day and every day, and then realise that parenting is much harder than it seems. Another added, so this woman doesn't have a child? And she's lecturing other people on how to raise their children? Is that what's going on here? See, that makes it 10 times worse. This is just an ideologue somewhere. This is probably a lesbian university lecturer who has no fucking idea what the real world's about. Added another, what? We arguing about tickling now? 2020 is the worst. I think I'm with that woman. At this point, we seem to be in the worst year. But others agreed with her. Of course they did. There are so many of these morons out there. I hate being tickled because my brother and sister would tickle me and tickle me and tickle me and wouldn't even stop when I started crying. I'm totally with the mum, said one. So your experience with your brother and sister means a parent who can assess a situation better is not allowed to do that. Surely, if you were in those positions where your brother and sister were tickling you so much, you should have been able to step up to your parents and say, this is what is happening to me. This isn't a problem with tickling. This is a problem with your relationship with your parents. And yet you want us to all stop tickling people. I tickle my kids, but stop the second they ask me to. Well, aren't you the brave one? Added another. I agree that it's a great way to teach consent. My fucking ass it is. And plus, the consent story is just absolute fucking bollocks. It's feminist rubbish. I'm not saying you shouldn't get consent for things, but the way the feminists want it is minute by minute. It has to be spoken. It must be in very clear, defined yes and no language. And I'm sorry, you can shove that shit up your ass. I don't think I have ever asked anyone for sex. Ever in my life said to somebody, should we have sex now? I may have hinted at such things. I may have waved my dick in someone's face because the circumstances allowed it. But I don't think there is a time in my life when I've waited for a yes or no answer to those sorts of questions. And trust me, quite often it's been a no, but it hasn't been spoken. This is just feminist tripe, and it's the same tripe they're trying to push on every action and interaction you have with anyone. And they are, in some places, trying to make this law. They're trying to make this the social norm, that even tickling your child for a moment more than it takes to stop when they say stop will be an illegal interaction. You will have raped your child one day, or molested your child or something. This is where it's going. All right, I have an alarm had gone off. I just checked down here. It's just checking. It's 2:30. That means I have to get moving. I have a school pickup to do. I might tickle him while I'm down there, just for kicks. Oh, for fuck's sake. How does this world even fucking manage to run? And that's it. I've had enough. I'm going. I do not want to do this anymore. I've had enough of this. I'm out of here. I've been the anti-theocrat. May your gods remain fictional. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, have fun.